Hello, welcome to my second video journal of this semester. In this opportunity, I'm going to talk about two main topics, LGBTQ plus community and religion. Finally, I'm going to explain what policies are in order to understand why they are related to the topics I mentioned before. So let's start. We had to watch two texts for the first topic. The first one I watched was Hannah Gadsby Nanette. Hannah is a stand-up comedian who talks about gender, sexuality, feminism, patriarchy, but especially about LGBTQ plus community because she identifies herself as lesbian. So she tells us her experience as a lesbian woman and how difficult it has been because she grew up in a very small and religious city. Therefore, she always felt the social pressure on her shoulders. In addition, she has suffered a lot just for being a woman and also for being lesbian. While watching this text, I felt many and different emotions. Sometimes I was laughing and other times I was very tense and I cried. I think it's terrible how we as society provoke so much hate to people, and it happens with everything that is different, from stereotypes and from the idea that what has to be perfect. It's unfair and stupid that people suffer for who they are, how they identify themselves, and who they like or love. It really affects me and makes me sad, but more angry. Even though I don't identify myself with these groups, but because of injustices. Any kind of injustice makes me feel that way. Sometimes I don't know what to think about people, and I lose all hope in society because I think it's not an age or generation problem. Because even people of my age or younger than me have this way of thinking. So, what can we do? How can we change that? Through education. Sex education is important. The way we teach children what love is, the way we teach children to respect other people, because the person next to you is just like you. I mean, we are anyone to judge how others are. We have to respect their rights. We have to stop ignoring them as if they were not people. We have to teach that to the new generations. Then the second text I watched was the Milk movie. I don't know why, but this one affected me more. Like, I really cried at the end of the movie. It was an excellent movie. It's based on Harvey Milk's life, a gay rights activist and politician who was the first openly gay person to be elected to public office in California. In the movie, we can see how a group of men fought for their rights, and just like in the case of Hannah, they suffered a lot of consequences for who they were. They couldn't be safe or free in the streets. They were excluded from certain spaces and jobs, for example, teachers. One politician said that gays couldn't be teachers because they would transform their students into what they were. I think it's stupid that they treated them as if they were contagious people. Like, oh my god. When we talked about these texts in class, it was very emotional and frustrating for me because it's almost 2019 and this situation still happen. I mean, the movie was based in the 70s, but my classmates still feel discriminated. And that's something we have to stop. As I said before, the only way to do it is through education. Now I'm going to talk about another topic that is religion. For this topic, we had to watch a documentary called Scientology with Des Contracts, the church's claims by presenting a condensed history of Scientology and its founder. Also, it examines how some celebrities interact with the church and highlights the experience that some members had. As any other religion, I think it is ridiculous. Their rituals, the church as an institution, their beliefs, their requirements to belong to a specific religion, everything. I disagree with the imposition of any religion because I think every person has to be aware, responsible, and conscious of what they believe. My school is Catholic, and I think we lived in a bubble. When I graduated from it, I realized it was totally unnecessary to follow or believed what they said to me. I never did the First Communion or the Catholic confirmation because I don't believe in the existence of God. In my opinion, religions are a human creation because of human weakness, because people can send of their own and they think there's a magical thing that takes care of them and solves all their problems. Bless you. Like, I don't know, Santa Claus. So now, finally, how or in which way are fallacies related to these topics? Well, fallacies are fake or deceptive arguments that seem irrefutable but prove nothing. In this way, people tend to say fallacies when they defend their positions and opinions. This happens a lot in terms of ideologies, but also in these two topics. For example, when people say, we can't say that God doesn't exist because there is no proof to say it. That is an appeal to ignorance fallacy. This happens with we don't have proofs to say that something does exist or doesn't exist. Another fallacy is when people say, the Bible is true because the Bible says it's true. This fallacy is called circular argument, and it happens when someone's argument is just repeating what they already assumed were ahead. Now, related to LGBTQ+ community, we have the same example I mentioned before with the teachers in Milk movie. They said that children couldn't have gay teachers because they would be gay then. This is a fallacy called appeal to pity because it's a personal attack to teachers and also an emotional appeal to parents to be afraid of those teachers. So, in conclusion, I think society sucks. We have too much to teach, learn, and change. Ignorance and just information appeal to say fallacies. So we have to be aware of what we say and educate ourselves. So don't say fallacies. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!